this is a little bit too straight here.
Okay.
We're going to bend you from the waist that way. Okay. Two things, you'll notice that your pressure is well outside your heels, so that means you'll be back on your heels, and the balance point in your body is on the balls arches of your feet. Okay. So we're going to change that and straighten your knees a little and bend you from the waist.
Okay.
Okay. Similar thing across here. We'll put the foot back just a little bit further, but it's not too bad on this side. We'll just have your arms hanging down a little bit lower, and we'll end up, from a leverage point of view, we'll straighten that out. The shaft will be across there, your hands will be across there, and that will be a little bit more effective for you. As you start to take this back, you can start to see, even before you take it back, you sit yourself into that right side even more. And I would like to see the best players in the world, from all the data we have about 55% of the pressure on their left foot at address. And as you start to move back, we're using horizontal forces, so we're pushing this way. Okay, so we can grip the ground. Now, if your pressure is already on your right foot, we're not using this other one to push against the ground. So we're not creating that force coupling between your knees and getting you to work that way.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So we're just going to use the ground a little bit better for you.
I never thought about the ground.
Yeah, most people don't.
Yeah.
So if I sat you on a chair, on a swivel chair, and your feet weren't grounded and you tried to swing a golf club, it's extraordinarily difficult to do.
Okay.
Extraordinarily difficult to do. Okay? So when you've got rotational force of this moving around, it's unbelievably difficult to do.
Okay.
So when you go home, get to the ice, no ice shoes, just get to the ice and try to make a golf swing and see whether you can stay upright. It's not very easy at all.
Okay.
So we need to push against the ground all the time. I love the rotation. The rotation is fantastic. Very, very good. And both of you, which I don't talk about a great deal, both of you have got fantastic lines here as far as what the golf club does and how it does it. My job to keep that. But if you have a look at your leverage on the other side, we're losing a lot of energy, and we've now got that left foot off the ground and pulling away from it, rather than posting up against it and rotating around it. So therefore it's going to be quite difficult if we put it on the ground. You will end up hitting the ball along the ground all the time. Okay, because you'll hit halfway up the ball, you're already hitting up on it too much, when we actually want a descending blow. So when we start looking at these kind of numbers, so when you go to try and hit a golf ball, we start to see good players will hit down on it. Okay, so the angle of attack, how the golf club comes into the golf ball, we see both of you at the moment hitting up on it. Okay, that's great for a driver because it's on a tee and it's a big headed golf club and it's further forward in your stance, but not good for an iron. Okay, so we will get to that. So the things that we're going to talk about for you is obviously keeping some pressure here, the leverage here, and then less of sitting this way on a bar stool and more
like
that way. Okay.
Yep.
What you'll find is that you'll, instead of using your quads here, you'll start to use your bum and your stomach to stabilize yourself.
All right.
Okay. And then after that, we'll make little swings to get both of you to understand what the ground forces are, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.